ChainCulture.
Assets.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Gina. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Malaysia. For those who are here for you in Malaysia for the first time, I'm Seng Boon. I call myself the TradFi dinosaur because I'm still new to the crypto space. In Malaysia, we call it the digital asset space. And I have to dress up in my bunny suit to live up to my moniker, just like Gina, who is called herself a crimson clad. She also dresses up to live up to her moniker. So, well, without further ado, I would like to start and share with you in a 5-minute quick on the update on the status of Malaysian digital assets industry. Okay. All right. Okay, anyway, as they wait to get up the slides, okay, just to, all right, okay, all right, next. Next slide. All right, I've been in the TradFi industry for almost 3 decades, so way too long, all right? So recently started to believe in the, no. Next slide, okay. All right, the digital asset space in the capital markets industry, they come under the Capital Market Services Act, that's the Mothership Act, which classifies digital assets in the capital markets. So we zoom into this particular regulation. There are 2 regulations in Malaysia, particularly what are designated that covers the digital assets. First is the guidelines for recognized markets. So this is the first set of rules that governs digital asset exchanges, such as our general sponsor here, KDX. Next slide. Okay, this is the guidelines on digital assets, and they cover the digital asset custodians and the initial exchange offerings market. Okay, next. All right, where can we buy digital assets in Malaysia? Currently, there are 5 operating, 6 licenses given out, but only 5 digital assets operating in Malaysia. I think one of them is KDX. Okay, next. Okay, there are also 3 licenses given out to digital asset custodians in Malaysia, namely CoKeeps, Gambit Custody, and Jada Platform. All right, next. Okay, but however, there's only 2 trustees that's supporting the digital asset custodians. And in fact, only one of them, Universal Trustees, is already fully operational. The other one, Amanah Raya Trustees, is still in the process. This is because of the APIs required to link the institutional fund managers to the exchanges, to the banks, and to the digital asset custodians. And because of these multi-API linkages, it is very complicated and time-consuming to actually operate in this market. Okay, next. Okay, initial exchange offerings, which is basically tokenization of assets, of real assets. There are currently only 2 operators, Capital DX and Pitch Platforms. All right, next. Okay, these are the list of tradable assets in Malaysia. Currently, okay, next. There are 23 of them as of today. I just checked Securities Commission, and they are all utility tokens. Okay, I'll just give you the process, for how these tokens are listed on the securities exchange. Each of the digital asset exchanges have to come up with their research papers and then their use cases, present it to the Securities Commission here in Malaysia to get their buy-in. After they agree, then only it is being approved for trading in Malaysia. So that is the current process. But the Securities Commission has already intend to liberalize it, and we'll see probably towards the end of the year the process of liberalization. To what extent, we don't know, but we'll just have to wait probably in end of November, December. Okay, next. All right, these are the list of Sharia-compliant digital assets in Malaysia. Currently, there are 15 of them. And why is it Sharia? It is because the Sharia Advisory Committee of the Securities Commission classifies digital assets, particularly those utility tokens, as assets rather than currencies because of their behavior in terms of, it behaves more like an asset and it can be distributed and owned specifically by different individuals. Okay, next. Okay, and finally, I think this is the last slide. I think you cannot escape the tax man. All right, in Malaysia, if you trade too often in Malaysia, you'll be traded as trading income and you'll be taxed as income tax. Otherwise, if we were to invest and not so frequent we trade, then the inland revenue will treat it as capital gains and is exempt of tax. Okay, I think that's a short, quick update. All right, I still have 1 more minute. I'd just like to share with you just a quick view from my view on the behavior of Bitcoin. Because from my experience as a fund manager previously, I think as we see the institutionalized institutions buying the Bitcoin, more and more going forward, Bitcoin will start to behave more and more like a big cap stock. Just like what we see in the New York Stock Exchange, and likewise what we see in the key index like KLCI. It is because the behavioral of institutions are different than what we see previously in whales, sharks, and all the crabs from the retail. So what we see is that the volatility of key coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum, currently these two are the one with the big ETFs, will start to slowly behave like a big cap stock. All right? So we have to keep that in mind because the volatility swings may not be that sharp anymore unless there's a big leverage positions over there. Without that leverage positions, it will not be. So that's my sharing. Thank you very much. I'll be still be around for any Q&A. Thank you very much. Back to you, Gina.
ChainCulture.